These are my dog's claws. I ordered a carbon steel Japanese chef's knife, and it came with 2 band-aids. My school's 2001 yearbook has a top 10 Bandai artist list. My GameStop still has the Mario Galaxy 2007 promo in their windows. My building doesn't have floors for 4, 13, and 14. The fork on my train has a wider part on the left for cutting into cake. The mirror in my hotel room doesn't fog up in the center. This entire refrigerated section is dedicated for just lemon Gatorade. I left my clog out in the rain, and it sprouted. One bench in our city park looks like it's made of red hot metal. My company still uses this puck mouse from the 90s. This photo of my dog's ear looks like Michael Jackson. Dominican hospital drills white plastic chair into wheelchair frame. This picture of my sister in her Halloween costume looks like she's photoshopped into the picture. This guy at the supermarket buying a singular tomato. This outdoor urinal my mom's boyfriend set up outside of his shed. New barbecue joint opened with a rib cutting ceremony. A seller attempts to get around Amazon return policies by including these in their orders. This item isn't returnable under Amazon policy, but if the received item doesn't meet your expectation, please email seller directly, support@.com. We offer 100% money back guarantee. This hotel has more exit signs on the ground than on the ceiling. Spotted an albino ladybug with a heart-shaped spot on my shopping cart. My local Walmart has a stand with all the ingredients for guacamole. This park utility box painted like a nether portal. This church has been converted into a bar. This train station in Romania has a book vending machine. This couch turns into a bunk bed. Cotton candy flavored grapes. This tiny McDonald's that only sells ice cream. This gravestone is carved like a tree stump. My roommate is brewing raspberry mead in our apartment. My new toilet seat glows in the dark. My eggs came with a newsletter. There's a cool old car in front of my grandparents' house. The mailbox at my workplace is a defunct robot. The vending machine in my hotel had condos next to the Aureus. My pizza toppings were placed on the wrong side. For sale at Walmart rusty axes. My new dishwasher is super quiet, so it has this red light that comes on whenever it's running. This skyscraper in Houston looks like a PS5. This bag of chips is explicitly not for sale in California. This random dinosaur statue in a Midwest apartment complex. 1944 payroll binder found while cleaning out an old house. The hole my cat tore in my exercise mat looks like a cat. This variety of apple blush is red when exposed to oxygen. This store has another door in it. There's a bulk center in a CVS I visited. Restaurant called King Burger hasn't been updated since the 1960s. My girlfriend still has Bulkbuster contraband. Should I report her? Hairy armadillos have orange bellies. This pattern in my lawn. The amount of wear on these wood steps. This spot on my patio that leaves hate. My phone took this picture in my pocket. The wood grain on this door looks like bests. This little rock I once found that looks like the Danish flag. An old mouse with 2 wheels. Found plank going for a ride. My boyfriend's fireplace has a brick from the original White House. This children's bookstore has a child-sized door built into the regular door. The amount of political ads, 9, versus bills, 6, and personal mail, 1, in the first 3 days of the month. My bread looks like the Millennium Falcon. Hit 66,666 miles when it was 66 degrees. Target labels candy as packaged sugar. The 1987 novelization of Star Wars fixes the Kessel Run in 12 parsecs dialogue. These Photoshop floppy disks I found at work. This house in Williston, North Dakota is being sold as not haunted. The pizza place cut the pepperoni into strips. Our newest Lego purchases are wrapped in paper, not plastic. My ladder is 29 years old this month. My chipped nail polish kind looks like a snail. The rain has been so heavy, it's created these little dirt monoliths everywhere because of the rapid erosion. I found a leaf that is almost twice as big as my head. This pumpkin burger that I saw. My mom's favorite knife after 22 years of continuous use. The dressing rooms in this store are see-through. Unsliced bread I baked today. Co-worker brought in an old portable satellite TV to watch a baseball game while working. The sun reflecting off a street sign and onto my bedroom ceiling. My banana had a green letter P on it, not a sticker. My cat sitting on a water stain looks like a non-player character with a quest. Found this locked box at my grandmother's house. This 20-year-old monster that's thriving in a laundry basket with about 3 inches of soil somewhere in the bottom. The venting holes in this propane storage are shaped like propane tanks. The United States section of this supermarket in Singapore bulking out nutritional claims of cereals. The nutrition facts on the back of a toy can of mushrooms. An individually wrapped jelly bean. This sunrise with a very defined blue streak down the middle. This Stranger Things themed selection mail. Republican things. Giving power to CEOs and billionaires, while the rest of us are left upside down. Bought some hamburger buns. Packaging says hot dog buns. My daughter dressed up her dinosaur. Polish producer of mustard changed the name from Russian to spicy. A chicken nugget. These peppers are striped. When they are ripe, sugar rush peach striped. The benches overlooking the skate park look like giant skateboards. Someone was cleaning windows with a long stick. My wisdom tooth had 4 roots. My carrots are hugging. The way these trees are cut to allow for taller vehicles to pass under them. My tiny niece has the most beautiful long hair. This birthday card I found matches my shoes. If you are skilled enough, you can multitask. One of the eggs in my carton is lumpy. A pyramid made of snowballs. This bar counter is lined in pence. These penguin egg cookers. A toad hanging out in a hole in a rock. An Irish wolfhound, about half the size of a horse. A man running the New York City Marathon while balancing a pineapple on his head. This Lego vending machine at the airport. Box of chalk left in the sun for 2 years versus the box that was under it. This bumper sticker about flatulence and despair, darting and sadness. Somehow this restaurant's sign burnt out in opposite places to complete the words. In South Korea, the Pan Am airline brand has been resurrected as a fashion label. The pattern my bulb created when it burned out. Showing a picture of popcorn, but making sure no one is confused that it's not the actual size. Clearly this popcorn has been enlarged to show texture. Big leaf from a tree in my yard. The California condor has a wingspan that is nearly twice my height. 5 feet for reference. My fake cobwebs caught a fly. Single clove garlic. I put up 3 of my favorite records, only to realize they all have a Volkswagen in them. My office window curtains are sunlit in a weird angle, making it seem like Windows XP logos. This Japanese power stripe tells you how money you're spending on electricity. These 3 very old, factory sealed toothbrushes at my dad's house. Magnolia flower just beginning to open. Sister found a frighteningly realistic eyeball in the grain of her wood floorboards. I found an absolutely enormous grape today. You can order spam from McDonald's in Hawaii. Wild baby cactus growing out of nowhere. I managed to unwrap a Q-tip today. My dad painted the Carter Marina on all the walls in our house. The way the snow stuck to this lamp standard. You can buy a miniature Arby's. This gecko hunting bugs on my Windows screen with 3 legs. My charger has a crick and I noticed that it emits a green light from the inside when it's switched on. A weirdly wrinkly egg. Came across this cast iron sidewalk skillet last week. An oak tree in our yard makes some really big leaves. Gated staircase to a wall. My neighbor really likes path lights. I found a Snickers without the chocolate vein. sour cream in Nepal is called American style cream. This cat robot that brought us our food at this Mexican restaurant. Giant eggplant. The way this water pulled on my workbench. The aisle markers at this Home Depot are written in both English and Arabic. Bike rack at a new fire station. Something starting to grow out of the damage on this metal fence. The morning sun through a crystal on my coffee cup. Tree frog on my windshield. This bus in New York City is wearing a knitted sweater. Steep hill ahead. This tree trimmed around power lines. Great, that looks like a pumpkin. Noodle stop my chopstick from filling. My grandfather's bomber jacket from his time in the Air Force. Officers at my school rides horses around campus. This shadow on my ceiling that looks like space ghost screaming. Several graves of abandoned 19th to 20th century cemetery. I passed this dog that was wearing a gold chain. Our backyard squirrel who likes to relax like this. Instead of a film to pierce or remove, my new toothpaste came with a plastic nut and socket. This Nintendo Switch station that can be wheeled into a patient's room at a children's hospital. Found this mug with the wrong prints on. A 40-year-old, 7-year-old, and a 5-year-old complete a guided drawing. Freshly restored 100-year-old copper clock. Raw horse meat flavored potato chips in Japan. My great-grandfather's standard issue marine knife from World War II. Multiple people posing in an upscale restaurant. The music selection at my work's basement gym. These mouth-shaped urinals in Austria. Electric powered suitcase that you can sit and ride on as a scooter. Got one Swedish fish in my fun pack of Swedish berries. My sister found this bone in New York and decided to take it home and make this. Snail clusters on tree. This produce thrown from parade floats. This restaurant chain in the US has labeled its back tiers southern and northern. Southern sweet, northern unsweet. This enormous wrench. This bag of peanut-free Mars bars sealed off from the rest of the box. The way the condensation settled on this spider web. I got these matching pajamas for my kids, same size, store, and time of purchase, and one of them has a typo. Staple less stapling. This cloud has some muscles. A twice used pacemaker I was handed in my first aid course. Originally used in a human, then used in a dog. Night vision makes the design disappear on my son's carpet. An old boathouse in Alaska. I bought 2 tubes of the same toothpaste at the same time, but one claims to be more effective than the other. Removes 6 times more surface stains. Removes 5 times more surface stains. The pattern in this watermelon. Various charms embedded in the sidewalk. This extra high traffic light button for horse riders in the Netherlands. I found a rock with a perfect hole in it. This tile was cut from a rock with a fossil in it. The way the sun reflects off the water and creates a filter-like effect. My German teacher has a piece of the Berlin Wall. Found this holiday advent calendar filled with hand tools instead of chocolate. My wrap is camouflage on the bench. This salamander was hanging out on the edge of a stream. This set of stairs railing is a lightening rod, with a grounding element on the bottommost rail. The Smithsonian National Air and Space Museum has a touch model of certain planes for visually impaired visitors. I made a ring out of an acorn. Random face in my chair, not photoshopped, taken years ago. During the reconstruction of a Jewish synagogue, they applied a big poster to the scaffolding, so tourists can at least see how it usually looks like. Golden Autumn. My oil painting. Oil on Hardboard 2022. Long exposure merry-go-round. A pattern created in sand from the tide receding from the shore. This house in Venice has 1/3 of a gondola. Brand new Popeyes built right next to old Popeyes. First time seeing a designated garlic bread fridge at the supermarket. The missing child picture is missing on this child focus advert. This multicolored parasitic twin that was inside my red bell pepper. My maternal grandparents' World War II ration books. Property management using Kool-Aid to locate a leak in the pipes when the plumber comes. Beer company placed a sticker over their old label. This postcard says greetings from Toronto, but has an image of the Sahara. Tree-colored fall leaves. Subaru dealership in Washington has a massage room. Bathroom stall with directions included. Closed door. Aim/focus/flush. This baby name book includes a list of death row names. Bad to the bone. Death row names. My chicken dinner looks like a seahorse. I found a 3-segment walnut. This picture I took where this guy's hair somehow blends perfectly into the bush behind him. The barcode on this cookie dough is in the shape of an oven mitt. This shop that still hand cuts blocks of ice for restaurants. This double banana. This button knife designed to sit with the dull blade up. This food truck has a wood-fired pizza oven in the back. This theater has banana-flavored icy. This little library matches the house. Found this vintage Pepsi bottle in the ocean. That snail's got his house on upside down. This unusual sign at a smoke station in an amusement park. Corn with 2 little corns inside. I found a blue-headed frog. Mutual Street is a one-way street.